Hey there, Regina Andler here, and it's time for Motivation Monday. This week, our theme is improvement. Now, what does improvement mean? The basic idea of improvement is getting better, right? I have this philosophy in life of continuous improvement, and I continually learn new things every single day. There's not a day that goes by where I don't learn something. Now, if you checked out this morning's quote, you'll note that there was a little bowl in the for the meme for the picture that went along with the quote. Why did I use that bowl? That bowl is an ancient Japanese form of ceramic repair. It's called kintsugoru. Kori, I never pronounce it right. Kintsugi is the name, and it basically means golden joinery is what that translates to. And here's the story, and here's why I use that picture specifically for our week on improvement. So I'm going to totally butcher this. I'm sure I am. The story goes something like this. Somewhere in the 15th century, there was a really important Japanese shogun type guy, and he had his beloved ceramic bowl that he used all the time. And back then, in the 15th century, ceramic, that was important stuff. If you had ceramic bowls, you were pretty important. And he broke his bowl. Now, he was really upset when he broke his bowl, and so he sent it out to be repaired. Now, back then, they didn't have crazy glue and all that kind of good stuff, so we couldn't crazy glue it back together. And it went out for repair. And as the story goes, depending on which version you look at, it came back the first time, and it wasn't really repaired all that good. It kind of sort of didn't work. Stuff was leaking through the bowl and stuff like that. And he sent it back out again. And this craftsman who repaired the bowl, what he did was he used gold filigree or gold, liquid gold, I guess, to gold lacquer, I guess, to put all the seams back together. And so when this guy got his bowl back, he had this ceramic bowl that now had all of these gold lines going through it. And the thing is that you could see exactly where the bowl had broken. You saw, this piece was broken off, this piece was broken off, and it was all put back together perfectly with this gold lacquer. And the thing is that he liked it much better. The bowl was much better with this gold repair than it was even before he broke it. And so it actually became a thing. So since the 15th century, kintsugi has actually become a thing. You can look it up. It's KINTSUGI. And yes, I looked over to my left here because I have it up there so that I spell it right. So KINTSUGI. And it is the art of repair. And the thing is that from an improvement standpoint, it's all in how you look at things, right? So one person might look at that bowl and look at it and go, this looks terrible. It's got all these gold lines going through it. You can see where it was broken. You can see where it was cracked. You can see all the bad stuff. And another person is going to look at it and say, look at how much more beautiful this bowl is now, how much stronger it is. It's an art form now. It's not just a bowl anymore. So that was why I chose the picture for the memes for this week's theme of improvement. So when it comes to improvement, I have to say the Japanese have it down. I don't know if you've ever heard the term Kaizen. When I was in corporate world, that was the first time way back when. We're talking back 80s and 90s. That was when I first heard of the word Kaizen. And it was because we had a Kaizen Blitz in our corporate facility. And what that was an improvement. It was a continuous improvement project that we put into place so that we could continuously improve all the stuff that we were doing, be more productive, and have a better work culture as we were doing it. It was continuous improvement literally in all facets of the corporate environment that we were in, not just your day-to-day job, it also was the culture and everything else. The building got improvements, our workplaces got improvements, how we did things got improvements. It was all about improving for the better. So when you think about improvement, how are you improving in your life? Do you look at it like I do, maybe continuous improvement, where you want to learn something every day? I'm a very, anybody who knows me really good knows that I get bored really quick. I'm one of those really, I won't call it flighty. Maybe that fits. I don't know. I bounce from thing to thing, hence the term flighty, right? And what it is that I just get bored. I want to learn new things. I want to do something new. I want to see the difference. I want to see that bowl, what it looked like before and what it looked like after, and see the transformation in that improvement. That to me it makes me happy. It keeps me motivated. It keeps me going, knowing that there's always something new to learn and improve on. So what are you improving on in your life? Maybe it's your diet. So a lot of folks are always talking about releasing weight. I don't say losing weight, I say releasing weight. And the thing is that every day you have to pay attention. If you want to release 10 pounds, you have to pay attention to everything you're eating every day, how much water you're drinking every day. You have to pay attention. And when you first start, some of these things are not quite so easy. You don't want to just, you say, well, it's summertime. I want to go have an ice cream. Well, do you have a goal for this 10 pounds? Do you want to lose 10 pounds for a reason, release 10 pounds for a reason? Well, if the goal is strong enough, you are going to strive to continuously improve every single day. Maybe it's you start drinking 8 glasses of water a day. Maybe you have your ice cream and you go for extra water. And now maybe you drop the ice cream. It's continuous improvement. It's steps. Continuous improvement is all about baby steps. It doesn't have to be a big step. It can be a little itsy bitsy tiny step that improves where you are. If it's your business and you want to improve your business, say you have a business and you want more clients, continuous improvement. Every day you make a goal that you are going to pick up the phone and call 5 people every single day. And all 5 might be a no answer for whatever it is that you're offering to them, your product, your service, or even if it's a freebie. People say no to freebies too, believe it or not. And you go out and you make that change every single day to call 5 people. And guess what? You start improving. The first day or so that you start making those calls, you really don't want to make the calls. And they're hard, they're difficult, they're scary. What if people say no? And then you start doing it. And a few calls in, all of a sudden, piece of cake. And now you're just picking up the phone every day, not even thinking twice about it. Why? Because you improved. It's all about getting better and better. Now, there's no such thing as perfection. A lot of people say they want perfection. Perfection's a relative term. And the thing is that when it comes to perfection, people will say it needs to be perfect. There is always, always, always room for improvement. And that's why I say there's no such thing as perfection in the term that people mostly think. Perfection is relative. If it is exactly the way you want it and you don't need it to be improved anymore, then for you, that's perfect. For somebody else, they might want to improve on something a little bit more. And so again, when it comes to improvement, what are you improving on? Do you have anything, any goal that you're reaching for where you need to learn something new? You need to do something different. You need to step outside of that comfort zone and go do something you never did before. As soon as you do something you never did before, guess what? You've improved. And it's one of those things. It's one of those things where it's like somebody shows you a picture that you really didn't want to see and you're like, oh man, I can't unsee that. It is what it is. I really can't unsee that now. When you learn something, it's the same thing. It gets stored in that subconscious. So next time, it might be a year or 2 later, it comes up again. You're like, oh, I remember that. I saw that before. Right? And it's because you learned it, you improved, Now you see it again and you recognize it. So again, this week it's all about improvement. And I want to tack on that word before it, that word continuous. Continuous improvement is what life is all about. I have 4 more quotes for you this week, so I hope you enjoy them out in the group. And don't forget to, if you're curious, don't forget to look up the Kintsugi and see what it is all about, the bowls and their gold. If you look at images, there are some amazing artistic bowls that have been created using this method. And it all started because some guy broke his bowl and he really wanted it back, and it got fixed and it came back better than it was before. It came back with a huge improvement, and that art has been improved over the years many, many, many times over. So it's actually a pretty cool thing. So check that out, and we will see you next Monday on Motivation Monday. Have a great week, all. Bye for now.